Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Road 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the red allies, we have Prince. Spawn what's usually that player's ally, we have the yellow allied player, DatBoi1993. Spawn on top left side as the magenta Soviets, we have V156829 I guess, and Spawn likely what his ally is, as the orange empire, we have Besiktaspantro, and spawn on the bottom left side as the blue Soviets, we have Blackspark, and spawn as usually his ally, we have the green Soviet Babyfaceboretti. And yellow has placed a power plant next to red, so I think I did guess correctly. You now have a couple bears coming down south. They're trying to chase the doggo. And the dog does fail. The bear does roar in his face and will swipe his face. You got a lot of magenta bears here. Yellow is abandoning this area. He did pull out a fast airfield there. We got fast airfield yellow into a reestablishing space into the sea. His teammate, he's going to support his teammate with these vindicators. Very, very good. Got some conscripts here. Dogs win out that engagement there. Does take out the combat engineer. Very, very nice. And we do have a mutual trade there. No, we do not see a mutual trade on the dogs. So it looks like red has held in the center part of the map. Yellow's now expanding out to this expansion. Needs the immediate multi-gun turret just to be safe. May just want to keep it queued up and not necessarily deploy it. Magenta now has a crusher crane next to his teammates' refinery. Very nice. Now it gives them repairs, but also as a backup production line. Multi-gun. Oh, that's where he put the multi-gun turret there. Crane's now seeing some aggression from the allied player. Overcooked does now see quite an abuse there. Both focus on the conscript as well. Very, very good aggression. He may be a bit low in credits on to getting expansion out. I wonder. It appears to be traditional 10,000 credit start. Nothing too crazy, because I remember having one time where players should start like 4 million credits. Green has some trying to expand or push forward with some aggression here. His MCV's right there. We've got the naval yard, Tesla core going on up. His airfield's in a safe location. Oh wait, no, that's blue. Blue is eyeing to... Okay, that's a blue Tesla coil and blue naval yard. And I've got multi-gun turret deployed up a yellow or red to support out his teammate. Very, very nice. Cancel the naval yard there. He needs to focus on that Tesla... Nope, I think the Tesla coil may actually got canceled there, not destroyed. And the Vindicators may just throw some bombs there onto that MCV. Red's got yellow's back, and yellow got red's back. Very, very good. And orange is starting to camp this airfield. He could deploy out either player should deploy out a multi-gun turret here. Maybe sell off some of these wall segments, but multi-gun turret right there. Yellow has a multi-gun turret there. Apollo received a bit of damage there. And the Prospector can get repaired up by the airfield when it is outside the repair radius. We got a good number of conscripts advancing on forward. He may want to pull a multi-gun turret here. Or his teammate. Multi-gun deployed out by his teammate. And I do have a Tesla coil being deployed out by purple. Magenta deployed out a Tesla coil there. This Prospector gets back to the airfield. Yellow and red are now getting overwhelmed by multiple players. And now he's retasked. Does lose the Prospector there. Apollo's one does go down. There's just simply too many jet Tengus. He does bring out these laser lock javelins. Sending the airfield. He will get the laser lock off. He has some retarget for his javelin troopers. They should be in range. Saves the airfield. But he has, of course, has abandoned the airfield. Now Magenta's designed to expand over here. There's a construction yard here. Yellow has a full expansion. His teammate does have a multi-gun turret in this region. And now I got the conscripts, or not conscripts, peacekeepers trying to hit the construction yard. Laser lock down there. Laser locking down this Tesla coil. And now I got massive Mega Tengu, Jet Tengu. Lose all this infantry. Both expansions I think have been sold off there. Magenta's now pushing way down south. Yellow is not in a good position right now. You have a barracks here. And there goes that airfield. Got a barracks being pulled on out. Magenta and blue are just expanding up north. The orange one sees some aggression, so you may be forced to fall back to respond to it. Twin Blade's now advancing forward, gunning down some of these flak troopers. Very, very nice. Yellow even pulled out some wall segments before he left there. Very nice. Got some boot camp, or a boot camp here. He does wild javelin troop there. Does mass transform away. Got a multi-gunner turret now pulling on a few. Red does expansion here, but it's not currently collecting. This one is collecting, and he does have an oil derrick. And this expansion up and going as well. Yellow has claimed this expansion point, or base point. And that is a lot of wall segments there. Do not have ore collector being received some hits there. And notice here, blue brought out a wall segment there, which actually could help out the player in that position to quickly build up wall sectors, since it's more likely to receive aggression than the back player. And now that ore collector does go down, and now there's refineries not going down, but it's receiving some laser locks at Tesla coil. Didn't need to throw those bombs there. Does lose the refinery, however. Satellites now raining on in. Yellow does have a power plant up here, and now orange has backed off and is trying to deal with blues and greens aggression. Orange only has the 2 refineries at the moment. Does have this oil derrick here. Does get a nice transform on these forces. Does take out all of blue's infantry there. Down south. Magenta's being forced on back, receiving some bombing hits. Magenta does have the entire central part of the map secured up, barring this expansion point here. We've got some Striker VXs here. But hit blue's MCV. Does transform the Mecha Tengus. This MCV will likely go on down. Does take out that Tesla coil there, and blue's MCV has been destroyed. He does have a crusher crane and does have now a war factory being built on field. He may be eyeing for another MCV. Magenta's trying to go for some flak troopers. Got multiple Tesla coils here. They need some flak towers as well. And yellow has cleaned up the sea. He does have 2 expansions at the moment, so maybe he should eye reclaiming then. His infantry's going down. See me bring a bomber run there. Very nice. Orange is now advancing on forward. Will not be able to deal with these strike proper VXs there because look at the Megs, because they just transform the ground and start shooting up at them. Slowly clean up these wall segments. Very nice. Dolphins moving around. Yellow's trying to re-expand out the sea. You can share the sea bounty with his teammate. His teammate can perhaps expand out there. Got a bit of flak fire on these Mecha Tengus, or Jet Tengus. There's now expanding over there. And I just realized something. Blue and green has really made the way over here. How did they make the way over there? That was pretty well secured by purple. Was there some engineer caps? There may have been some engineer caps here. Oh, now he's trying to siege down this super reactor. He's going to lose everything here. I think he's going to sack these guys. Got a cash bounty there. Twin Blade's trying to deal with it. Explosion goes off and bullet collide. Take out the MiGs as well. Now he's trying to use honorable discharge. That will aid him out. And does self off super reactor there. And now a bit of flak fire there. Takes out a couple of them. And the MiGs do pursue, getting some good damage there, pursuing some of these heroic ones. And passing off a bit of veterancy as well. All of them have been shot down. Green's expansion here has been destroyed. And sells off some of these wall segments there to crush that ore collector. Green has expansion here and here, as well as here, so green has plenty of economy, does have a crusher crane, and there's his MCV. Oil derrick's starting to go on down. Has now gone down. Satellites now raining on in. Gains good damage onto orange expansion. And yellow's now eyeing for the expansion as well. Javelin Shoot's going to take time to clean up all those wall segments. Orange still has a sizable air force. Magenta's still in a good position on the map. Orange still in a good position as well. His teammates building out a battle lab there. Got some flak troops being put on field. He may just want to transform. Yep, transforms there and can start cleaning out this infrastructure. There goes the barracks. He can send out the Mechatankus to deal with the flak tower. Or maybe the Tesla coil first. Decides to just transform the Striker VXs so they don't want an anti-aircraft fire. And now you had this orb finder going up. Got splashed up a little bit. Tesla coil back online. And blue side that gets wall segments around as well. Clock tower now being focused down. And that should keep it nice and safe. Magenta's now advancing with some twin blades. Clock tower still not down. Gotta be careful not to actually walk into its radius. And that was transformed as well. Now able to get some good damage from the fire support there from the Striker VXs. And all that does go down. Striker VXs taking out this garrison. Does take out the garrison there. Conscript quickly goes down as well. Our helicopter's not being blown on the field. We may see some. Wait, that's Magenta's conscripts, not red or yellows. A little bit poor bomb splits there. A lot of overkill. Tesla Strike does come forward. The Prospector hasn't pulled back out. We'll get a nice volley onto it. So motor gunner IP is not being pulled on field. We'll get melted a little bit there. B4's rockets does get a good hit down the Soul Destroyer. Soul Destroyer can turn on black hole armor, reduces damage received. Power shot will go on field. Vindicators do take out those bullfrogs. And over here, Orange now advancing forward with good number of Striker VXs and Jet Tengus. Oops. And right now, that Prospector may go down, trying to run away. And power plant will go down as well. That may put yellow into low power. Does put yellow into low power. There's some hydrofoils here, and the V4 connects with the Assault Destroyer. Both of the V4s are currently frozen, so need a bit of damage onto them. And hydrofoils getting some good damage there. Of course, the V4s can clear out those hydrofoils. And blue has a massive amount of units there picked on up. Drops them off on the front line. Does get some good flak fire there, taking out those some of those Jet Tengus. Megs in pursuit. Megs getting some good splash damage there, but the Megs are being focused down. Bullfrogs here. Heroic Meg does go down. His teammates Megs advance forward. He does have 2 airfields worth of Megs. Striker VXs do transform there. That twin blade will go down. Yellow's now advancing forward of Hydrofoil. Not sure if there's anything low in the back. Karakop's advancing forward. There's too many units in Sarah, too much flak fire for those V4s advancing forward. Hydrofoils. That Riptide was really wanting to be dead up here. Oh, Engineer does capture the oil derrick. Very nice. Green has an engineer on the field designed for this oil derrick. He could try to grab himself a Empire naval yard. They're finally going down. Cryo Blast not being pulled on field. No response there. Oh, even get some of these bullfrogs. Another Cryo Blast being pulled on field. We'll get some more of these units here. Cryocopters push way forward. Vindicators. And maybe going to just to fall back now. There's a bit too much flak fire there, but does take on the V4s. That's the critical part. In the bullfrogs, just icing the cake. But does go ahead and get out some. Oh, and EMPs hit that Riptide there. His own Riptide, so that's his own fault. Takes out the other V4, very nice. And now these cryocopters will fall back in time. Up north, if you got these twin blades facing forward, we'll find some of these wave force artillery. And we'll take out and destroy out the bridge there, which may isolate Orange. Got a large number of wave force artillery there. This game, it has way too many seizure-inducing items. I just see that and I just think seizure-inducing. Do now have the leech beam coming out on the aircraft carrier, getting some good damage there. Nice EMP effect. Over here, do you have the wave force artillery starting to be leached down, which may have granted the wave force artillery piece. Though they'll get hit significantly themselves. Does get himself a wave force artillery piece. He's starting to, and gets chopped there. Trying to overrun, and that wave force artillery does get some good collateral. Bullfrogs getting some good damage on those sorties. Striker VXs get some good damage there on those twin blades. And now we do have a final squadron and satellites being brought in. No, final squadron over here. Satellites being brought in over here. Does get some good hits there, wasn't paying attention. Final squadron charging on forward. We'll get some minor damage there. Flak tower still up and going. One mag mine has been thrown. They're not fanatics. Then you get a mag mine there. Wave force artillery gained some damage. Apparently didn't collateral the flak tower. We got multiple Tesla cores going up. There is no anti-ground right here. Does gun that one down. And takes out that MCV. Does intercept some of these reinforcements there. A lot of machine gun fire. Red's not advancing forward. Does go ahead and start bombing Magenta. Orange and Magenta are not doing all too well. And there goes the Mecha Bay. It is at least a 2 or 3 Mecha Bay. You may get out one more thing. I think it was a Mecha Tengu. Now eyeing for the construction yard. Sentry bomb is now being brought up by yellow. Get a good bomb run there on the green's assets. We got a good number of aircraft carriers blown up by yellow as well. MiGs do take out all lords on these twin blades. Fresh Bullfrog comes on out, gets some good damage on the MiGs. They were pretty damaged. And Orange construction yard has been destroyed. Orange, what does he have left? Magenta doesn't have much left. Orange, I don't believe Orange has anything left at the moment. Green has captured that naval yard, but does get destroyed. Yeah, Orange may just want to back out the. One of these players need to back out of the game, get their assets to the other player. Because Orange has economy, Magenta does have economy. Orange simply does not have any production structure at the moment, so he needs to perhaps just back off and give his assets to his teammate. Or the Soviet player can back out of the game, give all of his assets to his teammate. So, though I suppose Orange can still micro around the Striker VXs. Now there's 2 less Striker VXs. Yellow's naval force advancing forward, able to get some bomb sorties onto these Soviet infrastructure. We'll take up the war factor, no problem there. Currently 3 aircraft carriers, the exact number to destroy a war factor, assuming they all have some veterancy. Airfields, however, go down much quicker. Got some leech beams now on the aircraft carriers. May throw an EMP missiles there, so you can go and take those out. Well, the aircraft carrier is now fully heroic. His teammate also bringing some Apollos there. None of those EMP missiles connect. And it looks like these multi-gunner IFVs will go down as well. Let's get a number of them shrunken down. You should not be able to crush them, but it'll be pretty hard for them to get hit. I think those tracker the VXs from Orange does go down. Orange should really back out of the game at this moment in time. Oh, no, don't sell off. Give your assets to your teammate by backing out of the game. And that didn't pass off any money to his teammate. You got to just quit the game if you want to give your teammate everything. Ooh, good destroyer strike there. Not some of the infantry there. The Orca does also crush another Peacekeeper. You know how the cool subs forward gains good damage there. Takes out this Soul Destroyer. Got these Bullfrogs main support spell taking out all the aircraft. Dolphins do go down to the cool subs. And these cool subs will take out these aircraft carriers, no problem. Trying to bomb down some of these are cooler subs. There are some hydrofoils here for the weapon jammer there. Bullfrog still being a bit of a problem, but the Riptide should take him out. And Bullfrog does go down, and it looks like this a cool sub does get frozen. Hydrofoil is trying to get some damage there. Hydrofoils have a good anti-aircraft weapon, but they can only do so much before they just simply get overwhelmed. They've been overwhelmed. There's no Apollos left in that region. I think that's another fresh Apollo push way forward, trying to save his teammates' aircraft carriers. And he does save the heroic aircraft carrier, and that can self-repair. You now have a Apocalypse tank here, trying to crush that command post, but he does get hit by a Spectrum tower. Don't worry, it's on the Spectrum. Does take out whatever that hammer tank there. Does lose the aircraft carrier. Now the Apollo's coming forward to get some good damage onto these twin blades. So the Apocalypse tank does go down to the multi-gunner turret. Does get a nice sentry bomber run there, though that sentry bomber's almost down. Escapes out of there with basically no health remaining. Let it dock, let it get repairs. You know, the magnetic singularity right there, combined with a maxed out Desolate airstrike. Look at that damage. And hope there's a massive cash bounty there as well. What was that, 2,000 credits? Magenta's holding on the game. He is going to have it's a 2v2v1. Cool subs, gains some good damage on the Soul Destroyer. These Hydrofoil needs to be on the Weapon Jammer. But they quickly go down. One of the cool subs have been destroyed. EMP missile fired, Ultra Torpedoes coming on in. Does not get a hit there on that cool sub. And now there's the Weapon Jammers there. Sentry Bombs pushing way forward. Don't use Sentry Bombers to take on cool subs in the middle of your base. That's a good way to blow up your own infrastructure. Oh, Red has a Chronosphere and a Proton Collider. Looks like Green and Blue are in to rebuild in sector. A lot of Flak Troopers here. Sentry Bombers advancing forward. One's fully heroic, the other one's just veteran. Magmines coming on forward, taking out some of these power plants there. Does sell one of them off there, get his cons or Peacekeeper out of there. Yellow has a lot of power here. He may be eyeing for his own Proton Collider and or Chronosphere. Eggs are getting repaired on up. Looks like it does have ammo, it's not being burnt up. Magenta still has an MCV, has a War Factory. Proton Collider now available. Yellow's now pulled out Chronosphere. That Peacekeeper does go down. Doggos do bite the conscript. Magenta is trying to scrounge up some cash. This one appears to be depleted. This one has 1,250 credits remaining. Magenta Space is getting hit significantly by these bombing runs. Trying to go for a Tesla coil here. This bridge is destroyed as well. Going for a Tesla coil and Tesla coil. And that is a airfield war factory. Could use a crusher crane there to crush those ore collectors. Destroys that MCV there with the sentry bombers. They may want to hit. Magenta's pretty well gutted. Maybe going to use the Proton Collider onto green and blue. Of course, fog of war is a thing. Magenta may be eyeing for another MCV. Those condoms depleted and likely his multi-gunner IFDs will finish them off. Chronosphere is now available. That garrison gets cleared out. Maybe it's a good idea from the allied players to go for a recon sweep ability. That's a lot of flak troopers. If you carpet bomb your sentry bombers just right, you can probably carpet bomb them. They'll probably go down, however. Yep, Magenta's gonna get knocked the game real soon. Just have to be very, very careful about that super reactor. Oh, the Proton Collider has been cast. I think it may have been right there. No. There goes the Super Reactor. Not sure where the Proton Collider was actually casted. Sorry, missed that. Red's Chronosphere is available, but I see a lot of green air forces. Cryo again not being cast in right there. There's a lot of cryo ability right here. And we'll quickly aid in freezing that down. Does go and shrink down that bullfrog there. Large number of MiGs here. Does shoot down the Apollos. Blue's been gutted quite a bit. We do not have an Anya deployed on the field. Inside the heroic sentry bomber. More Apollos advancing forward, focusing on the MiGs. Very nice, but 3 of these MiGs are fully heroic. All the Apollos have been shot down. Green has a massive air force. Dogs do get gunned down. Sentry bomber has dropped off Tanya right here, and she gets inside the MCV. The Tanya is now fully heroic. Green's Air Force is advancing forward. They need more anti-aircraft. That is plenty of anti-aircraft there. His teammate also has a assault destroyer to aid them. A number of those twin blades do go down. That's a very technical group base. Blue may be eyeing for another MCV right there. Blue does have a good number of expansions out on the field as well. He also has a pretty sizable navy still. Oh, got the combined shot there from the Spectrum Tower. Very nice. Red's going to be cleaving through the south-left base now. And the sentry bombers are still just destroying infrastructure. Wait, How are some of these guys actually hitting that ore refinery? They're actually shooting through these walls. They shouldn't be able to do that. Oh wait, are these walls not fully built? Some of these walls may not actually be fully built right here, I guess. Or, wait. Or they're just driving through it? I'm not so sure. Meg's getting some good shots down the Red's air forces. Green sells a significant number of wind blades in the air, as well as a good number of MiGs for escort. Now we'll be able to deal with all these cryocopters in no time. That heroic MiG does go down. Blue's replacement MCV is almost out in the field. What does Green have? Green only has some airfields. Does Green not have an MCV? Does have a boot camp there. Green does not have an MCV, nor any way to replace one. Nope, there's a Navy Yard. He can replace his. Red's makes it forward with Tanya now. Crowd again has been deployed on the field. And we've got also time bomb being put on the field as well. Not really needed. Tanya should not be next to time bomb. Tanya does go down. I think she was also inside of the super reactor. Never seen that combination before. Apparently you can kill Tanya inside of the building with a time bomb. Oh no, there's Tanya there. It may be bugged out. I honestly have no idea. I could have sworn I heard Tanya. Does activate the time belt there. I have no idea. Green has lost a significant number of his twin blades. Green's now advancing down south of his air forces. There's still a good number of fully heroic multi-gunner IFVs here to pick up Tanya. Over here, still got some cool subs engaging. Soldier Destroyer does sink one. The other one's gains good damage on in. An aircraft carrier gains some good volleys there. And the assault destroyer will be repaired up by the naval yard. Tanya's loaded up inside this multi-gunner IFV. And Green has a crusher crane there. It does do last minute cells there, very nice. It does time belt out of there. Multi-gunner IFVs gains good damage there on the twin blades. Now getting distracted by the MiGs is actually not good for Red. It's down to one. Tanya's right there. Tanya should just run over the right. And Proton Collider is almost available. Tanya may go down, but at least she will get some good spotting over here. And there is the Proton Collider now. Tanya does get inside, but Tanya does go down to the Proton Collider. A large number of these ore collectors are getting picked off. Some of them Athena cannon here, but I think Green and Blue have lost the game. Blue does have an MCV error. Green should just back out of the game, give all remaining money and infrastructure to his teammate. Or maybe vice versa. Let's go these Athena cannons. There goes the super reactor. Athena cannon does go down. There's still some naval expansion down here for Green. The EMP missile does connect on Blue's MCV. He's trying to go for a crush crane to crush these ore collectors. But it does go down there. Blue's completely out of the game. Green has nothing. And this is the last of Green's infrastructure now. Low on power, not currently building anything. Wait, holy crap. He still has 28,000 credits. Yeah, he should have rebuilt this MCV a long time ago. You should never really have more than like 5,000 credits. Even then, you should have still below 1,000. If you have credits, spend them. And green does back the game now. This is Angry saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay.